Girl, you nasty. Okay, you know, yeah, that's nasty. You're not supposed to be talking like that. You have a boyfriend with Justin. That's nasty. Justin Bieber's not your boyfriend, Mirror. Stop staring at them Calvin Klein photos.
Patrick.
Oh shit.
Yep, so that was him doing his little gossiping.
Okay, so after that, then I'll just sleep
He's
and
still
I'll go
doing
to
it.
third grade.
Alright, so today we're going to talk about Unit
afterwards.
4 and the graphing and the polynomials and all that stuff. Okay, so first we're going to talk about graph interpretations. So the first thing first, we're talking about standard form. Patrick.
But
Now I'm starting. You gotta shut up.
Vaughn, you have to wait like 10 minutes. I'm almost done with that session.
Oh my god.
10 minutes.
So the standard form and standard form is when you have the coefficient, not the coefficient, the Okay, so this is when you have your degree right here. It's when it gets smaller. So you basically just put it in order. And then from in your highest degree, and the way you find your degree and leading coefficient is basically your boss. So whichever one has the highest power. So in this case, it'll be the third one. And the coefficient is 3, and 3 is odd. The leading coefficient right here, so it's a visible 1, so I'll make it a 1, which is positive. And your standard form or your graph will be an odd positive. And this will be your graph, how it will like semi-look. And this would affect the graph because it will determine how the graph will look and the turns and all that. Now we're going to talk about Pascal triangle, binomial expansion, and double distribute. Now the triangle is like 1, and then you add the 2 ones, and then from here in your second row, you add these 2 together, and you'll get 2. You put 1 right here. You add these 2 together, or you put another 1 right here, because you always want 1 more than whatever row you're on. And for your third row, you add these 2 together, you get 3. Add these 2 together, you get 3. And you need 4 because you're on your third row. So now for W distribute, here you have a problem. 2x plus y to the second power. Now, for W distribute, that means you have 2 of those if it's to the second power. So you would write them out, and each of them go with each other. So this 2 will go here. The 2x, you will multiply that with the other 2x. And then you'll also multiply the 2x with the y. And then to start this over again, we have to do it again with the y. And the y has to go to the 2x. And the y has to go to the other y. And once you multiply it out and add them all together, your final answer will be 4x squared plus 4xy plus y to the second. Now for the triangle, it's the same thing as this one except for a shorter way. So now when you have the second, so you use the second row, you start off by putting the 1, the 2, and the 1. And you start off going this way with your first number, so 2x. And then you put it to the second power, 2x to the first power, 2x to the 0 power. And then for the y, you don't start over here, but you actually start to the right. So y to the second, y to the first, and y to the 0. And if you multiply these out, you always remember that it's anything to the 0 power is equal to 1. So 1 times 1, and then 1 times 2, which is 2, and then you'll have the power. So 4x squared, and then you multiply these out. And then you multiply these out, and it'll be 4xy and y to the second. And if you look, it'll be the exact same answer as you got for the other one. Now, whichever one you decide to use, it really doesn't matter. It's your preference. I prefer to use the triangle because it's easier.
Like, legit, I get no more messages from nobody on my phone. Nobody. I don't know. Like, legit, nobody texts me just because I cut off freaking Redondo.
So life is all about texting, huh, Patrick?
It is.
You,
No, because it's really.
Lord help him.
No, because it's
Anyway, so now we're doing factoring. And for factoring, you basically, it's nothing but grouping and simplifying, and it's a lot of adding together and all that good stuff. So first you have your equation. Now, the first thing you want to do is take out a common factor, which is 2. So then you put the 2 on the outside, and then x to the 4th, 3 to the 3x to the 3rd minus 8x minus 24. And now from here, you want to factor or group these. You want to group these out. So you'll take x to the 3rd out of both of these because that's the highest you can take out. So x plus 3. And then you'll take a negative 8 out and then x plus 3. Because you always want these two to be equal towards with each other. And from here, in order to factor, they have to factor it out more. And x, and you'll take these two numbers that you took out and you'll put those together. And for the x plus 3, if you add those together, it'll still equal to x plus 3. Now for the negative 8, you'll put, this will be a minus. It'll be a minus 2. Yeah, a minus 2 to the 3rd. And then from here, you have to use your equation to factor it more, your formula. A minus b, parentheses a squared, plus 2ab plus b to the 2nd. And this will get you your solutions. Now your a, which will be your x, and your b, which will be your 2. And then once you get done simplifying and solving that out, you will come down to x minus 2 and the x to the square plus x to the 4th plus x. And now you want to factor this, and you want to get 2 solutions that will equal to 4x. If you go down, it'll be x plus 2 and then x plus 2. So you bring that equation back over here. Remember, don't forget your 2 from up there. Your 2, x plus 2, x plus 2, x plus 3, which is right here, and x minus 2, which is from right here. And now you just simplify this out. 2 parentheses x plus 2 square parentheses x plus 3 x minus 2. Okay. So now for the last one, but not least, which is, I think it's pretty easy, synthesis, division, and substitution. I'm gonna report you. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna report you. Report you on Sprigio. So now you have the equation. Remind you, I did all these problems by myself. I mean, I created them myself, besides the factoring one. So for x squared plus 2x, no, x cubed, my bad, plus 2x squared plus 6x plus 8. And then you have a solution of f of x equals negative 2. So you create a little L, and you put negative 2 on that side, and you'll put your coefficients right here. So you have 1, 2, 6, and 8. And you bring the 1 down to right here. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. 2 plus negative 2 is 0. Negative 2. Okay, so I have to change it. I didn't notice the mistake that I made. But now it will equal to 12 plus 12. And negative 2. You bring the 1 down. Negative 2 times 1, negative 2. 2 plus negative 2, 0. Negative 2 times 0 is 0. 6 plus 0, 0. Negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. 12 minus 12. 12 minus negative 12 is 0. And if this right here comes out to 0, then you have your solutions. So now you have to put it back into another equation. So you have x minus 2, because your f of x equals 2, negative 2. And then x squared plus x plus 6 equals 0, because these numbers up here. Now you want to factor these out like before, like you did up here. And once you do that, you will get x minus 2, parentheses x minus 2, parentheses x plus 3. And if, like I said before, if you add these two together, it will be the same thing. So now you equal these to the 0 to get your solutions. So x plus 3 equals 0, so x minus 3. X minus 2 equals 0, so x plus 2. So your final solutions will come out to x equals 3, x equals 2, so 3 comma 2. So 3, 0, 2, or 3 comma 0. Okay, so that was my unit 4 video, and thank you for watching. Oh, you was gossiping the whole time. You need a new hobby.
No, I don't.
Yeah, he needs a new hobby. Anyway, that was my unit 4 video.
Gossips.
And our reflection, well, we didn't have a life lesson this thing. But anyway, I like this quarter. It was pretty easy for this 4th one. The test was easy today. It was nice and easy. And thank you very much.